story of the day. We continue with team coverage in Oakland after a deadly fire displaced 86 residents this morning. KPIX 5's Anne Makovec spoke to victims at the local Red Cross shelter. But let's start with Jackie Ward, who is live in front of the scene where the early morning blaze erupted. Jackie, what's the very latest?
Well, Kenny, there's still a lot going on here. Hours after the fire started this morning, firefighters right now are conducting what they call a secondary search. They're checking to make sure there aren't any hot spots that flare up in void spaces like that can typically happen in older buildings like this. The battalion chief told me that process can be a long and slow one. Video from Chopper 5 shows the massive clouds of smoke and huge flames that overtook the area of 2551 San Pablo Ave around 5:30 this morning. When firefighters got to the three-story apartment building, most people had already made it out safely, but there were still people inside who needed help, and firefighters quickly ran into issues.
As we were moving into the structure, they encountered heavy fire, which did not allow them to progress through the building as they saw necessary.
7 people were rescued, but one person couldn't escape. Their body was found in an apartment on the second floor. It's unclear whether the building had a proper sprinkler system or fire alarms.
Didn't hear any alarms on arrival. Granted, there's a lot of noise and a lot of things happening, so I can't tell you if the alarms were working or not.
This building was a space for transitional housing and included a place called the Rojas Community Center. We spoke to James Cook, an attorney with the law office of John Burris, who represents Rojas. He tells us the building's owner, Keith Kim, wanted his clients out of his building. We could not reach Kim for comment.
I just talked to their lawyer on Friday, and told them that we're going to fight the eviction. So conveniently, this particular thing has happened.
So Cook actually says he thinks the timing of this fire is very suspicious. It's just days after his client said that they were going to push back from the eviction from their landlord. He said that his clients were telling them of deplorable living conditions, exposed wires everywhere, gushing water and leaks every time that it rained, and 16 people had filed complaints with the city. In Oakland, Jackie Ward, KPIX 5.
And Jackie, what are investigators saying about the cause of the fire?
Right now, we don't have an official cause. The battalion chief told me that they believe the fire started in a second-floor apartment, but it's unclear if that's the same apartment unit where they found the fatality. Back to you.
All right, Jackie, thank you. KPIX 5's Anne Makovec spoke with some of the people who lived in that building and who narrowly escaped the fast-moving fire.
The people who are now homeless were brought here to the First Presbyterian Church of Oakland while they wait to find out what's next. After being woken up in the early morning hours to smoke and flames, dozens of people who lived here gathered in a nearby parking lot with stories of terror.
When I got out, people were screaming, trying to get everybody out, run, get out, fire.
Gail Harbin says it was all a blur.
I'm on the first floor, so I ran out with just my one sock on, no shoes.
The common thread of their stories, shock.
I blacked out. I didn't know what was happening.
But Merrow Smith's family made it out.
Picked up my brother and grabbed a blanket, and we ran out. And then when I seen my mom, and she was grabbing my granny out her wheelchair.
Then in the pre-dawn hours, a reckoning.
Everybody was trying to make account for people, look and see who's here, who's there.
And the realization that some people were missing.
No cop out. That's it.
The weight of what happened this morning has not quite set in.
Everybody complaining about the valuable things that they think that they lost up in there, but the most important thing was, we all help each other get out.
The people who are now at this church have to be cleared out by 5 o'clock. The Red Cross making sure that they have somewhere to stay tonight. In Oakland, Anne Makovec, KPIX 5.